Hey everyone, and welcome back. So today we had some pretty important data that was released regarding the US personal income month over month. And the figure that we received was 21.1%, which was above the forecast of 20.3%. Now, this is just a 5-year chart, but if I max it out, you'll see that the data we got today is the most on record since data collection began decades ago. So this is a really big deal. And we can also look at the Fed's chart here just to get a more linear, like, if you want to call this linear, it's more exponential, I would say. But if we just span the data all the way across from when it was first started recorded around 1959, you can see that it's just been gradually going up and then just spikes up suddenly here, which is the data we got today. So personal income is spiking, but again, what is the reason for this? Well, the reason for it is those stimulus checks, the stimulus, the unemployment income, all of this coming from the government. And we've now reached a record of 34% of all household income coming from the government. This is becoming a real big issue, and obviously it's only going to increase as more and more people are dependent on stimulus. And if you haven't heard in the news, a lot of people are just simply not wanting to work anymore because they're getting paid an hourly wage from the government that's higher than a lot of what these other places are offering, and that's even considering federal minimum wage laws that are, coming into effect for $15 an hour. They're earning more than that. So that's why you're hearing about fast food chains like McDonald's offering people $50 just to come in for an interview. And even then, it's not incentivizing them enough to come into work. So this is all the effects of the Federal Reserve coming in with the Treasury Department. This is essentially universal basic income. They've been talking about it in mainstream media for quite some time now, and pretty much conditioning people into thinking about universal basic income to kind of normalize it. And, they kind of talk about it like it's still like some far off thing, like it's not happening, but it's already happening, guys. I mean, Oakland in California is an excellent example of where universal basic income is taking effect. Oakland, they're launching universal basic income programs. It's basically just a welfare society, right? And that's California, but my fear and the fear of many others is that this type of program and these types of universal basic income programs will continue to spread into more and more states. So, I mean, that's just Oakland, but, we also have Los Angeles, which is, they could become the largest U.S. city to trial universal basic income. And it's not just them. We also have Chicago, where I'm at, and then I'm pretty sure New York City is going to have to roll this out at some point too, and many other cities to come. So universal basic income is here, guys. It's only going to become more widespread. It's going viral. And again, this just goes to show how dependent this country and its population is becoming dependent on the government. We are truly in uncharted waters right now. Honestly, this is pretty depressing. And I don't really have much else to say beyond that. Hopefully, we can take some actions towards more sound money and revaluing gold and silver and getting this country back on the right footing. But until then, we're just going to have to suffer the consequences and see the situation degrade even more and more, as we are seeing with all these headlines and everything that's going on right now. So anyways, that is it for me. If you guys have any questions or comments, feel free to reach out to me. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one.